Welcome to Doak Campbell Stadium, and you might as well get used to the sound you're hearing. The Seminole War Chant is going full throat. We've got a terrific matchup for you today, rich in pageantry and tradition, and it ought to be a fantastic clash. As we see a squad from the Big 12, a crew looking to make a statement, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Florida State's offense will have the football first. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
Well, I know one thing for sure. The quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that, and I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Got it set up on the outside. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Catch in the middle, it's Pittman. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. And the Seminoles decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off the defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, they've been proven they can make surface-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Makes the grab. It's Richmond. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Leaves it with the back. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
Trying to make that rush fake on the draw play here. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the Doak. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They bring the punter onto the field now. He ought to be able first punt to pin them deep. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this when ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Quickly to the tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. And it's another 1st and 10 play. He'll do it himself. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. Quickly out to the tight end. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. The Seminoles are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to sneak it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get by.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And how do you counteract all the speed you have in college football? You chase the quarterback and the skill position guys with faster guys. You bring in more DBs. You bring them down in the box. You get them near the line of scrimmage so they can make big plays with their fast speed in the backfield.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. They'll send the back in motion. On 3rd and long, a check down will be the last resort. Lets it fly. Working that left side. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. The Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll move the wide receiver. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Florida State. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. Went to the running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. To the air on 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced the punt. Here on third down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had a much better field position this time around. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos. Lets it fly. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Pittman. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. First down for this offense. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And I think QB's rushing, especially in the RPO game. You want to get that ball. Okay, I'm pulling it now. I got to throw a strike right now and get it on him. And you can tell, throws it to the left and doesn't get it to his wide receiver. It's just maybe a little bit of hurrying too much.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. And the Noles want to crank the tempo. Off the play fake on first down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
To the air, it's Castellanos. Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. Hauls it in. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. They'll run for it. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on fourth down. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
He's loose at the 15. Big running play. Gets it out to the 20 before he steps out of bounds.
And the number one thing I'm thinking when I'm backed up like this is don't get a negative play. Create some space. Nice job by the offense. Nice run.
And as soon as you squirt through that hole, you can make a big play, and that's what they did there. Fires to the right. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They want to throw it. This time he's got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Richmond. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. That's reeled in. It's Moore. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the dope. He lobs one high down the left side, and he makes the catch at the 10. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. Looking to throw. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the 2nd half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the 1st half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the 2nd half.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Boston College managed to eke out the victory in a tighter-than-expected one, and they'll savor this one in Chestnut Hill for some time, no matter the final score. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got it down the left side. Out of bounds at the 34-yard line as they come out of their own territory with a vengeance. The Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. Makes the catch, it's Robinson. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Now the play fake. Finds his big tight end. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And the Seminoles are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Down coming up. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. This might be a little easier if it were straight on, but a 43-yarder from the right hash. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Moore. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now first and 10 from the 40. Looking downfield on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going to swing it on second down. Showing the arm strength to the left. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. One more snap coming before halftime. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Finds a tight end. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W.
This crowd still bringing the intensity to open the second half. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
Snagged in the middle. It's Richmond. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. They'll try to power their way ahead. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big third down stop by this defense. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Pulls it in. It's Richmond. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. That last completion sets him up on second down. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Richmond. Turning it on. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Just inside the 35, 1st and 10 from the 34. They'll run it from the gun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Got it behind the line. It's Pittman. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Castellanos. That's caught. It's White. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Now on 1st down from the 30. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pulls it in. It's White. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line. And the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. He'll keep it himself. And that's a very productive 1st down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's White. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. And they're not on the same page there.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick.
Slips a tackle, and he's got room. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Seminoles had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Give to the running back. Sweet cut there. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. It'll be 3rd and long. Looking to pass. It's Castellanos. Fires into the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Absolutely center cut. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Georgia Tech is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Yellow Jackets fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. One thing we can always count on in the ACC is a spirited battle and a game that will make waves all along the Eastern Seaboard.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They went up top to pick up the last 1st down. Let's see what they have here. Fires to the big fella. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on 1st down, setting up an easier 2nd down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on 2nd down.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Using his legs, it's Banks. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Moore. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
They got nothing on the last play. It's second and 10. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Richmond. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Quarterback making checks. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Right on the money. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Odd choice to take the penalty there. If you just take the loss, it also costs the offense down. Instead, they'll replay it. He'll set up to throw. Makes the catch. It's Richmond. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
Throws for the tight end. Makes the catch. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
And they're looking for a fourth quarter lead, and they'll need a touchdown to do it. First and goal. And this offense hoped to just run it in, and the defense was having none of it. No gain. Ball remains at the 2.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Looking for the score. It's snagged in the end zone. Touchdown. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? You peek in the backfield, and you lose the big field. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
And the extra point gives him a 1-point lead here in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Trying play action. Got it in the middle. It's light.
And the offense gets the ball out pretty quick. But, man, if you're going to do that, that's fine. But we got to get the first down, or we got to get out of bounds so we can stop the clock. This offense, they've got to execute a little bit tighter down the stretch of this close football game.
Breaks into the open. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And the offense will maintain possession. Son, that ball must be riveted to your ribcage. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. Gonna look downfield again. Pressure coming. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Nice catch along the sideline and great effort to stay in bounds. He would love to have picked up the first down there, but saving the timeouts, saving the clock, much more important right now.
Yeah, that could save the game, because now I can work the middle of the field still. Now I can still take those shots deep. When I get without timeouts and those start to dwindle, I get very predictable. So great job getting out of bounds.
Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And here comes the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the return man couldn't get to it to make the catch, and the ball will bounce out of bounds. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive.
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. It's 2nd and long now, as this defense has some energy after he puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. And the quarterback takes a knee. This was hardly an offensive juggernaut, but sometimes you lean on your defense and grind out a win.
This was a defensive struggle, no doubt about it, but we know this is a team game, and the defense certainly did what they needed to do. The offense just barely did enough. That's the important part, and David, moving forward, they're going to have to play better on that side of the ball.
I think it looked more like an offensive struggle, not a defensive struggle. They definitely brought their A game, but listen, all you needed was enough points. Win, advance, build some confidence, find some things with this offense down the road that you do better.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another